What up, though? What's cracking, Scorpio? I hope all of my beautiful and my handsome Scorpios out there doing well. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into this little late night read tonight. Got a late, you know what I'm saying, late start today. I had to give me a little rest in and whatnot, so I got a little late night start tonight, but that's okay. We're gonna get into this late night read, all right? So, looking at these cards, you guys, I picked up the energy that you have a past person. You have someone that you dealt with in your past. For a lot of you guys, you ain't dealing with this person no more. You ain't studying this person no more, right? But the thing is, this is someone who is very territorial over you. Okay, so even though you're not dealing with this person even anymore, even though you're not talking to them, even though you ain't communicating with them, this person still feel like you belong to them. Okay, this person is very possessive and they're very obsessed with you and your energy, okay? So for some of you, you're going to have this person that's going to be returning to your life, okay? They want to state their claim because this is someone who feels like you belong to them. No matter what happened between you and them in the past, they feel like that you belong to them. You was once theirs, baby, and you always going to be theirs here, okay? Hey, Christy, how you doing? This is someone who feels like, baby, you was theirs in the past. They don't give a fuck if it was 5 to 10 to 20 years ago. You always still belong to this person, okay? And this could be someone, they have a sense. I feel like a lot of you guys are in this solitude energy, but you're still quietly, representing this empress as well, whether you're a male or female. You're standing very powerful in whatever energy that you're in right now, okay? And this person could sense. They know shit. You ain't gonna be by yourself, Scorpio. They know your fine ass, your handsome ass is not gonna be single for long. And so this person could be trying to make their return, Scorpio, because they want to scare off any competition that they feel might be coming your way here, okay? So let's look a little bit more into this reading. So we got somebody that's like, hands off, Scorpio belong to me, shit, and you can't have her. Now, when it came to this person in this relationship, you guys, I feel like you did get an apology from this person. When they did you wrong, they'll be like, all right, Scorpio, I'm sorry. Yeah, y'all might can sit down and talk about it, but guess what? This person's whole mentality, Scorpio, is that they really didn't give a fuck. They were not remorseful. This person did not feel bad for what they did. For some of you guys, this person avoided accountability altogether. Here, you couldn't even sit down and have a damn conversation with this person without them arguing and getting mad about whatever it is that you were trying to say. And I feel like you weren't trying to accuse this person of done shit. If they hurt your feelings or they did some effed up shit, you should be able to tell this person about it, right? But this is someone you couldn't sit down and have that type of conversation with them. All right, this person always avoided accountability. When it came to them, and being able to apologize and hold themselves accountable for what they did, they couldn't do it. But see, when it came to other people and they like Scorpio, they feel like everybody's supposed to bend over backwards, kiss their ass, and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Okay, and this is somebody who had a messed up mentality here. For some of y'all, you could have had kids with this person. They neglected their responsibilities. They didn't come get their kids. They didn't do what they were supposed to be doing. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain here because this person feel like maybe you owed them something. Or this person, like I said, would apologize to you, but they really didn't mean it. But I feel like you had to take the high road. Even though that shit was hard, Scorpio, even though you want to cuss this person out, even though you want to let this singer come out and get revenge, you took the high road when it came to this person. And right now, baby, that's why I said you're sitting here in this Empress energy, whether you're abundant right now or not. When you're in the energy, that doesn't mean that the abundance is right there with you, but you still in that energy where you can attract that shit if you want to, okay? You're in this energy where you ain't bothered about this person. You ain't messed up. You're not mad. It don't hurt no more. Like you're brushing it off and you're moving on. You have moved on from the past. You don't allow this person, this situation, whatever they did to affect you like you did in the past. Okay, you had to take the high road, but you also had to heal. You had to heal from this person now, and you had to understand what they did was also some type of lesson for you as well. Okay. So now you got this person, like I said, they want to come in, they want to scare off this competition. Now, for some of y'all, they could be doing some things behind the scenes. You may not even be aware about what this person is doing, okay? They can be sneaking around. For some of you guys, they can be driving by your house, driving by your job, trying to talk to some of your friends, befriend some of your friends, trying to get some type of information about you, trying to figure out, well, what is Scorpio doing? Now, by now, shit, Scorpio be done hit me up. Scorpio be done called me by now. Me and Scorpio would have been done got back together. I've been able to slide my way back into Scorpio life and slide my way back into Scorpio draws and shit. But you ain't been able to do this. You ain't letting this person play with you like they did in the past. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's because you caught on to this person's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? You were dealing with someone who was a narcissist for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? You were dealing with a narcissist who was never going to see things your way. They was never going to take responsibility, accountability for anything that they ever did here. And like I said, this person could be doing something behind the scenes, trying to avoid getting caught. Because if you find out what this person is doing for some of you guys, shit, it's gonna be some trouble. You know, you and this person may have words, y'all may even fight. Like it's gonna be some trouble because you doing all this now. But when I was in your life, you know what I'm saying, when you had a chance to treat me right, you didn't do that. You see what I'm saying? Thank you, boo. You know, when this person had an opportunity to have you and treat you right and all these type of things, they didn't do it. But now they want to come in and scare off the damn competition, want to come in and scare off any other man, any other woman that they know was more qualified for the job than they was, that they know was going to treat you way better than they did. They ain't nothing but a hater, Scorpio. This person don't love you is what they do. They don't want you to be happy. For a lot of you guys, this person could be miserable, and shit, they want you to be miserable as well, okay? So let's pull one more, then I'm gonna pull from my karmic experience. And we're gonna see what you experienced with this person. And now they want to come back in your life and scare out the competition here. Alright, tell us more. I love you, Scorpio. Messages for my Scorpios. Tell us more. Look at this booty call. For some of you, you might have even just been a booty call to this person. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even want a real relationship with you. They would just call you at booty call hours. You would hear from this person after 12, after 1, hours between 2 and 4. You know, just because they wanted to have sex. Just because shit, they was feeling horny and they was wondering, was you feeling a little bit horny too, Scorpio? You want to come over? You know, can I come hit that tonight? Like, what you doing? You busy? Like, this is the type of conversation that you would get from this person. So for some of you, this person that we talking about, you may not even be in a relationship with them. This just could have been a sex only connection. But at the same time, Scorpio, they feel like you still belong to them. That thing right there belong to their ass, okay? Now I feel like for some of you, you're in this energy now, or this person could be in this energy now. They up all night. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out, wondering what you got going on. This could be someone now that's they sitting up having late night conversations about you. So they sitting up here with these other third parties that they felt like was better than you. Now they sitting up having conversations about your ass with them. Ain't that some shit, Scorpio? For some of you guys, they could be spending the night, or why you could never call this person to catch them at a certain time because they was always laid up with these third parties. Spending the night, they having these late night rendezvous, staying up all night and shit, and you sit up here wondering what they got going on here, okay? So let's pull just a little bit here from the karmic experience, and let's see what you went through dealing with this person, because we all done came across a karmic on our path, you guys. You know, I don't mind sharing my stories with y'all, you know, and I done came across a damn karmic too, so I already know what it feel like, okay? So let's see what you experienced, because I feel like this is somebody who they was on some bullshit from jump. You know, for them to be tiptoeing, this is somebody who was acting shady with you, had you questioning all the time what was going on, how they really felt about you. Now they want to tiptoe and be behind the scenes and wonder about what you got going on when you ain't even messed up about them. All right, look at this. Ooh, for some of y'all, this person wants to drop a tower on your victories and your success. Okay, hey Tammy. So this is someone who knew that you were destined to be victorious. They knew, Scorpio, and even like I said, being in that Empress and Emperor energy, even though you're not in it like physically right now, you still feel that energy. You still have that energy around you. And this is someone that knew that you were destined to be somebody, Scorpio. All right, whatever victories was coming your way, whatever goals, whatever things that were going to make you successful, this person really wanted to drop a tower. All right, they wanted something unexpectedly to happen, just blow up. All that shit just blow up in your face, Scorpio, and you don't get to experience this success. You don't get to celebrate and have these victories because deep down inside, this is somebody who shit, they really was low key jealous of you. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to this person, Scorpio, y'all stay the fuck away from them. We ain't got time for nobody that we want good enough. You was good enough to sleep with, but you weren't good enough to commit yourself to. You know, or you was good enough to come over, they can come holler at you doing booty call hours, but y'all can go out in public and do shit like that. Nah, we ain't got time for them type of energies here. All right. This is somebody y'all to sit down and have these deep ass conversations. You'll maybe talk to them about, you know, maybe spirituality and tarot and things of that nature. And they'll sit there and talk to you, Scorpio, and you'll think they was all interested in shit. They had you fooled, Scorpio. They ain't give a fuck about that. They used to hate them deep ass conversations, but this is someone who ain't used to having them type of conversations. This is somebody that's used to, you know, hell, they go in, they kick it with somebody, they, you know, do their thing, then they go about their damn business. It's like they don't talk. They don't reveal themselves. This is someone who just wanna have like one night stands. If it's good enough, like I said in the last reading, they'll go back, they'll double back a couple times and get them some more. But this is someone who they didn't want to have those deep conversations. They didn't want to peel back the layers of themselves and reveal them true selves to other people. This is someone who wants whatever energy they was in, whether it's low vibrational, whatever energy they was in, they wanted to stay in that type of energy. And this is really the type of people they wanted to connect with because it was easy to deal with them. Hell, Scorpio, you up here wanting this person to have these deep conversations and talk about their feelings and things that they went through and experiences and shit. They don't want to talk about that. That shit hurt. They don't want to talk about no pain. They don't want to talk about the past. All right, that's why they used to hate these deep conversations here. All right, tell us a little bit more. Messages for my Scorpios. I love you guys. I have this victim mentality. In my mind, it's never my fault. Shit always happen to me, and I don't understand why. So you were dealing with someone who had this victim mentality, Scorpio. If you and this person did have a conversation, they would tell you something like it would always, well, they did this or they did that. Like this is someone who always points the finger at everybody else. But this person ever take the time to point the finger back at themselves. You have to pay attention to people like that. They always blame everybody else. They mama, they daddy, they ex, they this, they that for their problems, but they never want to take accountability. This is the same person. This is someone who always avoided accountability. And their main reason of being able to avoid accountability was to be able to blame everybody else for their damn problems. Because if they had to sit back and look in the mirror and realize the reason why they life fucked up and the reason why shit ain't never went their way, or the reason why they can't have the things they want in their life is because of their messed up actions, because of their low vibrational ways. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else that they dealing with here, okay? This is someone that feels like things always happen to them. They don't understand why they can't keep no job. They don't understand why they can't have no successful and healthy relationship. They don't understand this. They don't understand that. But are they taking time to figure it out? Are they still in this energy and want to blame everybody else, for their problems? Look at this. I can't make this up. I did a reading about this. I think it was a short or a regular reading. This person always kept a bitch on standby, and they're waiting with open arms. So a lot of you guys, when you and this person would separate sometime, y'all maybe not even talk for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and next thing you know, they got a whole nother man, they got a whole nother girlfriend, they already got somebody else they dealing with. And you like, well, damn, was that person there the whole time? This is someone who didn't want to be alone. They didn't want to have to take accountability for their actions. They didn't want to have to be able to look at themselves and be like, maybe I am the fuck up. Okay, this is someone who always wanted to feel them voids. This is someone who always wanted to feel that hurt and pain with other men and women. And that's why they always kept a bitch around. That's why they always kept a man around or a woman around. Now, just because they kept them around, that don't mean they was any good for them. That don't mean the relationships and the connections that they had was any good. But shit, it was cool to them because they still was able to keep somebody or have somebody feel that void for them, okay? Look at this. I must admit you are a hard ass. I made a bend you. Hold on. I made you bend, but I couldn't break you. This person wanted to break you down, Scorpio, break you down to nothing. And they sitting up here and looking at you now like, God damn, Scorpio is a hard ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fuck with Scorpio because in their mind, because they were so broken and so shattered and so empty and hollow inside, this person wants you to be the same way. All right. They may have made you bend just a little bit, Scorpio. You might have bent some things or turned your eye to some things that you may not have did in the past. You may let them slide with some things you normally wouldn't let a normal motherfucker slide with. But see, at the end, they couldn't break you like they wanted to. This is someone who wanted to break you down. They wanted to defeat you and make you feel like they did, which was nothing. This is someone who felt like they were nothing here, okay? And without respect, there is no love, and there is no love in this relationship because this person didn't respect you. Because if they respect you, Scorpio, they wouldn't been trying to break you down. Why would your whole goal is to be with somebody is to break them down and make them feel like you do? No, go take time to heal and figure out what's wrong with your life and why you out here trying to hurt other people. You know they say hurt people, right? So instead of you trying to hurt other people, why don't you figure out why you're hurting? Why don't you take time to heal your pain and stop trying to bring everybody else down to your level? Because this person didn't respect you. How they handle you, how they talk to you, them want to stop your success, them want to create tower moments in your life so that you wouldn't be victorious and have this success, baby. That is not love. That is greed, jealousy, and envy here. Do you hear me? And this is a situation, hey, Mr. Spencer, and this is a situation where this is a relationship, a marriage, a connection, whatever it is. There is no respect. This person didn't respect you. And if they didn't respect you, Scorpio, they did not love you. No matter how bad, how much you feel like they did, no matter how many times you convinced yourself this person loved you, baby, they did not. Because if they did, they would have not treated you that way. Whoever this person was, they wouldn't have been cheating. They wouldn't have been stepping outside this relationship because they were looking for other people to fulfill them because they couldn't fulfill themselves. You see, this is someone who would have learned to take accountability for their actions, for the things that they say and they do, and not sit up here and blame everybody else for their problems, okay? This is someone who wouldn't have mind those deep conversations because really, Scorpio, you was putting this person on game. For a lot of you guys, you was really telling this person about themselves, and that's really why they didn't like them deep ass conversations. Because y'all started talking about some shit, but later on, you just kind of open it up to go on and let them know what it was that you had to say. And when you were having these conversations, you really was making this person reflect on their actions, their ways, and that's why they didn't like this shit, okay? They want to continue to be around those superficial ass men and women who didn't make them expose themselves, who didn't make them look at themselves and want to fix themselves here, okay? All right, y'all. So let's see who this reading is about. I hope something here resonated for you guys. If it did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. If you're interested in a personal, my email will be in the description box below. All right, y'all. So we got Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, and Leo. Messages for my Scorpios. Who is this about? All right, so you could be dealing with another Scorpio. We got Gemini, Cancer, and Pisces. Who is this reading about for Scorpio? All right, so we got Capricorn, Sag, Aquarius, and Aries. And one more time, who is this reading about for Scorpio? We have Capricorn, Scorpio again, Aries, and Gemini. All right, you guys, I love you. And until next time, stay blessed. Thank you for tuning in, guys.